It really is indeed an honor to be in front of you today, and what a wonderful crowd we have of both citizens of Jasper who put all 8 of us in front of you, 9 of us actually, and those who are here as special guests and families from out of town. My remarks will be brief, but they'll be important enough to me that I wish to share them with you in a very good-hearted way. The message I have for you, the citizens of Jasper, and those attending today, is to think about this term capacity. For we have the capacity to do great things. Capacity is limited, sometimes in this world, by bottles, or by rooms, or by buildings. But capacity is not limited in 4 unique ways that will play a role over the next 4 years of our lives. We do not have a limit to the capacity to love. That means to love one another as fellow men and women, to love each other in special ways as our family, and also to love and understand what we and what our role is in the place here in this great country of America and this fine city of Jasper. Perhaps most importantly is to understand, to have love or a passion for what we do. And for me, I have newfound passion for what I'm about to do. We have no capacity, no limits to our capacity to love. We also have no limits to our capacity to learn. I've often talked about my tomato theory, which is when you're green you grow, when you're ripe you rot. And that's the way I fundamentally believe. I have learned so much since the election that my head's about to explode, and I've got a lot more to learn. Mayor Schmidt has been very good about passing things on, and sometimes the best part of what he did as he exited would probably not say too much, and I'm grateful for that. So while that may yield some surprises, he's also given me a capacity to acknowledge that I have much to learn in the way that I process, the way that I learn. Perhaps as an elected official, we have no limit in our capacity to listen. That's why God gave us 2 of these and only 1 of these, and I know that here I am speaking in front of you today, and much has been said about perhaps my ability to deliver and send a message. But the message emanates from the ability to listen to others, to know that often you will not be in agreement with them, but to also realize that sometimes it is okay to agree to disagree, because we are all trying to act and make decisions for the best of this community of Jasper. So there is no limit to the capacity to listen. And that's something that I will need to learn as I go along the next 4 years. And finally, we have no limit in our capacity to lead. No parameters. No one tells us exactly how to do that. How I lead compared to how Mayor Schmidt leads, compared to how Denny Spinner will lead, comparing to how someone that follows me will lead. It will be altogether different. And I think as Tom Schmidt, with his 36 plus years of experience, will tell you, we all likely will be somewhat different. All the people he sat on the council with are different. We all have different capacities to lead, but no limits to our ability to lead. So those 4 L's, love, learn, listen, and lead, and the capacity to not be restricted by them, but to actually embrace them and use them even greater than they currently are, for me, will be the driving force behind my 4 years as your mayor of Jasper. I've gotten so much advice over the last several weeks, and even during this tedious campaign, of which the city has never seen the likes before. But the best advice I picked up at the Indiana Association of Cities and Towns meeting that we attended, and it was this, and it says, from Indiana University Athletic Director Fred Glass, who spoke to us, stay focused, for the call to respond to the urgent will often displace what's truly important. The sense of urgency should not take the focus off what you came into office to do. So my campaign message is already taped to my desk. I did that yesterday, and that will be where I go. That's where my focus will be, responding in addition to the needs and the urgencies of the day-to-day tasks. I'm delighted to be with you today. I'm truly excited about the next 4 years for this great community, and let's go forward. Thank you very much. In closing, please be seated briefly. I'm going to ask all the office holders to go towards the back, somewhere where we could at least form some form of a reception line. Try to leave the tables go for the cookies and soft drinks and water we have. These are leftovers from Mayor Schmidt's celebrations. So we didn't want to break the budget, Mayor. It comes out of your budget. Okay? So, and if they're a little stale, that was just Thursday, so they should be okay. We want to make sure if you all would like to escort Juanita, I'll kind of let you figure out where you want to place everybody so you get a greet all our elected officials. At this closing, I'd like to make sure and introduce, I have so many family members here, but those were my daughters Kristen Rue and Lori Werner who joined me, and my granddaughter Anna, and the young man who appeared in the paper with me, my grandson Evan, has been a little under the weather and I hope he gets better. Phil Rue and Mari Werner, my son-in-laws, and my mother Dorothy, my sister Peggy, her husband Steve, and their grandson Van, and my good friend Dina Lewis. Very glad to have you all here with me, as well as the rest of my family and friends. Thank you. Let's celebrate.